Looks like he's been working out.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Titans Return Voyager class Alpha TRION. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here we have Alpha TRION's disembodied head floating there. On this side of the box you have that same image right there. On this side of the box you just have Autobot logo. On the back of the box you have your obligatory product shots and a bio if you want to read it in multiple languages. Hooray for languages! And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along here we have Alpha TRION. Oh, almost forgot the most important part. The card! Yay for cards! With that same piece of artwork and the tech specs for Alpha TRION and Sovereign, and it goes to infinity and beyond! Hooray for cards! So now moving right along here we have Alpha TRION, or as I like to call him, Lion TRION, because he's a lion now. Yeah, he's a lion. He's the Mufasa of Transformers now. Sure, why not? Dare I say, why not? So let's get in close here so we can see the details. Nice head sculpt, I do like it. Lots of this gunmetal gray paint for the mane, and that looks just really, really good. That looks gorgeous in my opinion. Would have been nice if they had painted his nose, but I could do that myself with a Sharpie, and I probably will. But yeah, very nicely done. He does have eyes. They're just very, very small. There they go. There are his eyes, right there. Little blue eyes. Little squinty blue eyes. We got some nice purple paint there. One thing I find clever, I don't know, some people might hate this, but I actually think it's quite clever that the robot mode hands actually make up the bottom jaw. I think that's clever, and that actually works for me. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I dig it. I dig it. It does make him look like he's going cheese. But hey, I don't know. I think it's quite clever, but there you go. He does have a horn. For some reason, I don't know, maybe he's a New Day fan, I don't know. Hey, we want some TRION. I don't know, but anyway. We have Autobot symbol right there on his leg. The claws are done in a, look like a metallic black paint, which actually looks very, very nice. And you have the transclearance cockpit right here for your Titan Master, which is also shaped like a lion head, so he has a robotic lion head on top of a robotic lion. Is that like lionception? I don't know. I don't know what it means when people say that. I don't know. Anyway. You got some silver right here, some silver here. And yeah, moving on to the hind legs. The hind legs are basically just big chunks of robot mode stuff. And then you have the actual beast mode legs just hanging out down here again with those nicely painted claws. And you got some more of that gunmetal gray here and purple. And there you go. Now, articulation-wise, there's nothing at the head. You can't open and close the mouth just due to the way it transforms. The front legs can move forward. If you move them out a little bit, they can move up that much. They can move all the way back. They can rotate. They can do a full 360. The front paw itself is on a swivel as well as a hinge. So it can move up, it can move down. There you go. The hind legs are on a ball joint since these are going to be the robot mode legs. You have pretty much that full range of movement there. On the ball joint, you got a swivel there. You have that joint here. And you can move that paw up and down. A little bit up, more down than up. But yeah, some range of movement there. You can use the transformation joint if that serves any purpose to you. Hey, there it is. So there you have that. So there you have Lion TRION, and for comparison, here he is with Voyager Galvatron. So you can see how he scales there with Mr. Galvy. And here he is with Combiner Wars Voyager Prime. So you can see how he scales there. So there you have that. Now, of course, he does include accessories. He does have his sword right here, which is done in a nice transparent orange plastic. I really like the detail. They molded into the blade. I think that looks really cool. And they painted the hilt in purple. And you got a peg right there for storage. And there you go. It's a nice looking sword. I do quite dig it. Now, it does store in the lion mode. And to store it, there is a groove right here. And you just take the sword And you just take it right there. It just slots into that side of the sword like that. And now he has a sword tail. Yay. Hooray for sword tails. He can wag his tail and kill you. When he's happy, you're dead. There you go. So there you have that. And he does include this triple-barreled gun here. Which, not much to it, but okay, sure. Why not? Why not? Now you can store this one of two ways. There is a peg here. You can plug it into the port here on the side of his leg if you want to store it that way. Or there are two tabs right up here, and there are slots on the bottom. And you can take this and just tab that. Oops. Tab that right up there. It doesn't tab in super securely, but it holds well enough. You can store that up there if you wish. So there you have that. And of course he does include his Titan Master. Here is Sovereign, done in red and purple. Unfortunately, no paint on the face. Would have been nice if they at least put some silver there on the mouth plate, but oh well. Got the belly button screw. And some nice molded detail. And of course the upside down face on his back. As usual with these Titan Masters, the head is on a ball joint. You get a little bit of wiggly-waggly. The shoulders are on a ball joint. You only get that much outward movement. He can put his arms all the way up. Yay! And you have the hips on a hinge here, and the knees are on a hinge. That swing both ways. And there you go. And as usual for a comparison, here he is with a Fans Project Headmaster. And here he is with a G1 Headmaster. So you have that. Now, you can have Sovereign manning this gun if you want. You can just take him and sit him down in the gun like that, if you wish. Or you can open up this cockpit right here, and you can just sit him down in there. Close that up, and there you go. You can sit in there and ride the lion. And have that plugged in, and there you go. Everything's stored on the lion mode. So, there you go. That's pretty much it for lion mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's just unplug this. We'll unplug the tail. And of course he has a triple changer, so he does have a second alt mode. So to go into his second alt mode, we're going to start back here with the legs. So you're going to take these paws right here. We're going to bring them up like that. Just bring them up flush against the back of the legs like that. And we're going to straighten the legs out, and then we're going to rotate them in like this. Take this red section here, untab it, and just straighten this out like that. Rotate that in, untab that, straighten it out, and then you can tab the two halves together, like so. Oops, come on, there we go. Why don't you want to stay tabbed? You stay tabbed. You stay tapped because it's normal. And then you take these panels here and you flip them up like that and like that. Oh, you just want to be a little pain in my tuchus now, don't you? You want to be a little pain in my tuchus there, Mr. Lion Tryon. How dare you? Come on, Lion Tryon. There we go. No, no, no. I'll deal with you later. I will deal with you later. Anyway, once we get there, you want to take these front lion legs and just kind of bring them up and out to the side like that. And then you want to untab this whole rear section here. Just untab that. You can see these two tabs just go into these slots right here. And then you can take this whole assembly. You can see it's on a double hinge. Just take it and swing it around. And this tab will tab in right there. Just take that, bring that together. And then you want to take these legs and just bring them... Oops, no, actually you don't. You want to bring them up like this. You want to make sure the hollow part stays facing inward. So you want to bring them up like that and bring the paws up like that. That's what you want to do. Oh, you! Oh, those horns. We'll get to those horns in a little bit, because those horns, at least on my copy, very problematic. You stay. You stay. Anyway. So anyway, once you do that, clip that together like that. And then you split the lion head down the middle. Right, split, 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 like that. And then you just bring the halves down, and this tab will go into this slot right here. So just bring that down, and that will tab into this side. Bring the other side down, and line that up, tab it in, like that. There you go. Oh, now you want to stay together. Now you want to stay together. Oh, okay, okay. And then you want to take this section right here. It's on a double hinge. Just take it, bring it up, bring it forward, like that. And oh, one last thing you want to do, you want to take this little strut here and bring that down. That keeps that up. And then you want to take the triple-barreled gun here, and that will plug into this port right there. So you just take that, plug that in. Hey you! Hey you! How dare you? How dare you come apart when I apply excessive force? That's not supposed to happen. Anyway. Actually, that's solely what's supposed to happen. But anyway, and then for storage, the instructions just tell you to take it and just plug it into the side here. Like that. And there you go. There you have Alpha TRION in a, like a aircraft carrier mode. And it works pretty well, in my opinion. It doesn't look bad. I mean, granted, it's an aircraft carrier with big lion paws on the side and robot hands on the side just kind of poking out there. But from most angles, it actually doesn't look half bad. And of course, you can leave the Titan Master sitting in there if you want. You can have him manning the gun. Totally up to you. But yeah, there you go. There you go. And you do have various posts here. So if you want to have the Titan Master hanging out, you can plug them there, plug them there. He has 2 posts right there. So you can just have them just hanging out on the aircraft carrier. Whatever you wish, your toy. Display it however you want, as I always say. And we'll put him in the gun now. So there you go. So there you have that. And again, just for a quick comparison, here he is with Galvatron, right there, and there he is with Voyager Prime. So you can see how he scales there in his aircraft carrier mode. So there you go. So moving on to robot mode, let us remove the sword, let us remove the gun. You get out of here, because we're going to need you later. You just sit off to the side. And going to robot mode, you just take these panels, flip them down, split the leg, bring up the foot, rotate the leg at the swivel, and there you have the leg all done. Second verse, same as the first. You want to flip in that strut, bring the foot up, rotate the leg forward, and there you go. There you have the lower body all done. You stand while I readjust Mr. Lion TRION. There we go. So at this point now, you want to take the halves of the lion head, untab them, and you want to bring this double hinge inward like this. Plug that in. And then you just take the lower half of the arm here, bring that down, rotate it at the bicep, rotate the hand at the swivel so everything's oriented properly. There you have an arm all done. Second verse, same as the first. Just untap that, bring that in. Bring the arm down, rotate, and there you go. And of course now he is missing his head and the ability to stand for some reason. There we go. So now we just bring in Sovereign, bring his arms down, fold him in half to make the head, and then we just plug him in. Boop. And the finishing touch is you push the button right here on his chest. Boop, his horns come up. And there you have Alpha TRION. And I'm amazed these horns did not pop up on me like a million times during the transformation, because the horns on mine are on a hair trigger. I'm amazed they actually only popped up once during this. I'm amazed. Truly amazed. But anyway, there we have Alpha TRION in his robot mode, and he looks cool. I do like him. It's definitely a much different take on Alpha TRION, but I do quite like it. He's very just bulky and beefy, and I do quite dig it. It's, you know, it's like Warrior TRION, you know. I dig it. I do quite dig it. So we're getting close here on the head sculpt. Yep, there we go. You can see it's a very nice head sculpt. He's got his mustache going on there. Nice silver paint on the face. You got some, I believe that's yellow. I don't know if it's yellow or gold. Looks like a yellow on the eyes there. You see the horns here are painted as well. You got a nice purple head crest. And you get a lot of that silver paint here, as well as that gunmetal gray on the chest. And again, you got that purple and red, and a lot of that gunmetal gray there for his loincloth. And going down the legs. It's a pretty clean transformation. I mean, the only backpack he has is just the cockpit here. And that's pretty much it. Otherwise, pretty clean transformation. So there you have that. Let me just come back down here. So there you go. Articulation-wise, if you leave the horns down, obviously you have complete range of movement. You can do what you want with it. You can use that ball joint and get a little bit of wiggly, waggly, wiggly, waggly. If you leave the horns up, then it basically works just like Astro Train and Sentinel Prime, where this whole assembly here has this little cutout for it, so it can allow that entire assembly to move there, but you're only going to get that much rotation out of the head. So it's only up to you how you want to use that. The arms can do a full 360. They can go outward only that much just due to the lion head shoulder pads there. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have a very nice range of movement there at the elbow. You do have a wrist swivel. You do have no waist swivel. Oops, I come on, lion TRION. Paw popped off. There you go. You have nothing at the waist due to the way it transforms. His loincloth does move a little bit. Legs can move forward if you swing them around the loincloth there. They can move up that far. They can move back that far. The hips on mine are really tight. They can move that back that far. You can pretty much do the full splits. Thigh swivel. Slightly under 90 degrees of bend at the knee. And the foot can move down. It is on a double hinge there, so you can use that joint if you want, if that serves any purpose to you. But upward movement, you don't really get any. Downward movement, you get full range right there. So there you have that. Of course, he can hold his sword, like so. And he can hold his gun, like so. But me personally, I don't like this gun. I don't think it looks good as a gun. I think it's kind of a sucky gun. So what I do is, there are two things you can do. You can tab it up here, if you wish. But what I like to do is I like to just take it and plug it into his butt, like this. And since he does have the loincloth hanging down there, you really can't see it from the front. So it actually works out very nicely. So that's the way I do it. But as I always say, your toy displayed however you wish. There you go. Now full comparison. Here he is with Deluxe Blur, just so you can see how he scales with the Deluxes from this line. Here he is with Voyager Galvatron. You can see he's about a head shorter than Voyager Galvatron. He comes up pretty much the Galvatron's shoulder right there. Here he is with Combiner Wars Voyager Prime, and again you can see he is a bit shorter than Prime. Here he is with Mr. Orange Pants, all orange everything, Mr. Sentinel Prime, and again he is a bit shorter than Sentinel. And here he is with Leader Power Master Optimus Prime. So you can see how he scales there. Obviously way shorter, being a Voyager and a Leader class. So there you have lots. Back down. There we go. So there you go. There you have Alpha TRION. I do like him. I definitely would have preferred a more traditional looking Alpha TRION as opposed to Lion TRION, but hey, I do still dig him. Me personally, I think I'm going to display him with the horns down. I think he... you stay. You stay. You stay. Come on now. You do it. Come on. You can do it. Stay down. Stay down. Trying to make a point here. Stay down. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Me personally, I think I prefer him with the horns down. I like that look a bit better, but, you know, hey, your toy, do what you want. You stand. You stand because it's normal. His feet are weird because since you can't really pivot his feet up, it does make him a little hard to stand. You do kind of have to lean him forward a little bit at the hips. There we go. Sorry about the random cut there, but I did want to talk a little bit more about his feet. Upon closer inspection of the instructions, I realized I did have his feet kind of mistransformed. The way I had him transformed was with this purple piece kind of behind this bit right here. The proper way to have the feet transformed is with this purple bit resting right on top of this section here that is raised like that. So that's the way you want it transformed, and it does make for a much more solid base right there. So now you can just plant him down and he does not tilt at all, and that's the way it's supposed to be, and that actually works because it's the way it's supposed to be. So there you go. Now back to your regularly scheduled review. I think it's a pretty cool figure. You know, the lion mode. The lion mode is fine. I do like the aircraft carrier mode. I think it works. You know, it's both modes are somewhat successful. I do really like his robot mode. I just like this big, beefy, chunky, just warrior-looking Alpha Trion. I think that looks really cool. So there you go. Now, if you would like an Alpha Trion or any other Titans Return figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my Titans Return playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Titans Return Voyager Class Alpha Trion, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face!
Ah, Alpha Trion, thank Primus you're here. The situation is grim, and we need your infinite wisdom now more than ever. If you want to hunt for trees in the forest, you must first look to the ocean. I'm sorry, what? A watched pot never boils, but if you throw it against a wall, it will make a hole. If you fart under the covers and pull the blanket over your own head, you will have vivid hallucinations. Well, I already knew that. Today is the first day of the rest of your life, and Wednesday is the Thursday of last week's Tuesday. Okay, that's great. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Alpha Trion. That helps a great deal. I'm going to go now, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Where am I?